Hello and welcome to News Review from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil. We have a story that the whole world's talking about. Joining me is Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Neil. And yes, the whole world is talking about our story today, which is coronavirus vaccines and when we are going to get them.
Don't forget that if you want to test yourself on the vocabulary you learned today, there's a quiz on our website, bbclearningenglish.com. Now let's hear some more about that story from this BBC World Service news bulletin.
Chancellor Merkel of Germany says she's worried nothing has been done to give poor countries access to coronavirus vaccines, in spite of promises of help from the world's biggest economies. She was speaking after attending the G20 summit, at which she and her fellow leaders committed themselves to the affordable and fair distribution of vaccines.
So, the story is about the occasion when the leaders of the countries with the biggest economies in the world met at the G20 summit, which was this weekend. Some leaders were concerned or worried about their ability to spread coronavirus vaccines to countries all around the world. The summit ended with an agreement to make sure that the G20 could help to spread the coronavirus vaccines to other countries.
So, Tom, you've been looking at this story and the way that the media is reporting it, and you've got 3 words and expressions that people can use. What are they?
3 words and expressions that people can use: pledge, make moves on, and get left out.
Pledge, make moves on, and get left out. Right, let's go with your first headline now, please.
My first headline is from The Guardian in the UK. It says, G20 leaders pledge to distribute COVID vaccines fairly around world.
Pledge, promise seriously. Now, first of all, it's quite a funny sounding word, isn't it? Pledge.
Pledge, yes. It's a funny sounding word with a serious meaning, because we'd often use it to describe serious promises.
Okay, so we're not talking about Rob here, are we? We're not talking about Rob saying, oh, well, you know what, I'm going to stop stealing biscuits.
No, it's probably we'd use it for things that are more important than that, Neil. So, for example, climate change or coronavirus vaccines are not Rob's biscuits.
Okay. Often used also as a noun. In the example, it's a verb, but we can use it as a noun too.
Same as promise, yes. We take a pledge or we make a pledge. It's spelled exactly the same way and it's a countable noun. Okay.
We often see this as well in combination with the word allegiance, especially in the United States.
Yes, in the US, the USA, they take a pledge of allegiance. Correct me if I'm wrong to our US audience, but the best way I can describe this is when you kind of make a serious promise to care about your country.
Okay, sometimes also known as an oath of allegiance.
Yeah, in the UK we would probably say oath rather than pledge.
Okay, going back to this word pledge, what words often go with it?
We can take a pledge or make a pledge. So you take the Pledge of Allegiance and then you make the Pledge of Allegiance. You say it. If you break it, well, that's the word. We can also break a pledge as well, the same as we can break a promise.
Okay, fantastic. Let's have a summary of that word. Okay, we were talking about pledges there, promises for the future. If you'd like to know more about the future, we have the perfect video for you, don't we, Tom?
We do, and you can access it by clicking the link.
Okay, let's now have your second headline.
My second headline is from breakingnews.ie. This is an Irish website. It says, European countries make moves on COVID-19 vaccine as timeline emerges.
Make moves on. Take actions on. So we've got a multi-word expression here. And it's helpful, I think, to think about chess. Do you play chess, Tom?
Sometimes, and not very well, but I do play chess, yes.
So in chess, you have to think tactically, and you have to literally make a move with a piece in order to carry out your strategy.
Yeah, so making a move in chess is almost an event. It's an action where you take steps to move towards your goal. So in chess, the goal is to win the game of chess. With reference to the title, the article, these European countries are making moves on the COVID-19 vaccine. So they are taking steps in a plan. The goal is to spread the COVID-19 vaccine around the world, and they're making moves on that plan. They're sort of coming towards it.
Okay, now there's another very different meaning of the same expression when you use it to talk about someone, making a move on someone. Tell us about that.
I will, Neil. Before I do, I'd just like to say you said making a move on. The title says move, so we can use this with moves or a move. It can be a plural or a singular expression. If we make a move on someone, it's very different. We'd use this in the context of romance or dating.
So if you make a move on someone, you might ask them out for a date or maybe even give them a kiss.
You might, yeah. If my friend said, oh, I like this girl, I don't know what to do, I could say, go, make your move, introduce yourself or ask her out for a coffee or something like this.
Okay. Another quite different meaning, especially used in the UK, is connected to announcing that you're going to leave.
Yeah, we can use this expression to say that we're going to leave, but we don't use on. Okay, make a move, we'd say it to tell someone that we're going to make an exit is another way you could look at it.
Okay, so you might be at a party with some friends, it's time to go, and you want to kind of say, I'm going in the next 30 minutes or so. You might say,
exactly.
It's time for me to make a move.
Exactly, yeah. So I should make a move around now. We should be making a move means I'm announcing my intention to leave in the near future.
And one more meaning is about going from living in one place to another.
Exactly, yes. So we can make a move or make the move. For example, I started work for the BBC in London. I lived in Manchester. I made the move from Manchester to London to begin my job.
Okay, well, it's time that we made a move and had a look at the summary of that word and expression. We just spoke about making a move on someone. If you would like to watch a video about dating, we have the perfect one for you, don't we, Tom?
We do. You can watch Bad Dates, and you can watch it by clicking the link.
Okay, time for your next headline.
My next headline is from back home, Neil, from the BBC News website. It says, coronavirus vaccines. Will any countries get left out?
Get left out, not be included. Now, within that expression, we can see a phrasal verb, leave out.
We can. To leave out means to exclude or to not include someone or something.
Okay, so you might have a party or something and you decide that someone you don't want to be there, you decide to leave them out.
Yeah, so if I had a party, I would probably leave out Rob because he's going to come and eat all my biscuits.
He is. Rob would get left out.
Yeah, so in spoken English, this verb get is very common with this expression. Rob got left out of my party.
Yeah, and it carries this sense of became, although we don't say became left out, that sounds strange, but it has that sense.
Yeah, that does sound weird. We'd say get left out or got left out.
Have you ever got left out of anything, Tom?
Well, let me ask you a question, Neil. Were you good at playing football at school?
I was okay, scored a few goals.
I was terrible. I'm bad at chess. I'm really bad at football. So when it was time to play football, I always got left out.
That's a very sad story. I hope it doesn't affect you still today. I think I'll leave that. Okay, let's have a summary. time now for a recap of the vocabulary, please, Tom.
A recap of today's vocabulary. Pledge, to promise seriously. Make moves on, take actions on. And get left out, not be included.
Don't forget to take that quiz on our website, bbclearningenglish.com, and you can also find us all over social media. Join us again next time. Bye for now.
Bye.